In 1945, at the end of one of history's darkest chapters, Allied forces entered the gates of hell. Among the ashes, they discovered artifacts, personal belongings, trinkets, and keepsakes that once belonged to the victims of war. But one object would defy explanation. A doll. A porcelain child's doll, with human hair, glass blue eyes, and a strange number marked on its shoulder. Her name was Becky. To some, she was a simple toy, a relic of another time. To others, she was something far darker. They called her Becky the Devil Doll. The story begins in Germany during the Second World War. Frau Dorma Reinhard, a name erased from official records, was said to be the lover and assistant of Dr. Josef Mengele, the notorious Angel of Death. Rumors suggest that in secret, Reinhard worked on her own experiments. She combined medical craft, occult ritual, and an obsession with creating what she called a vessel of memory. Witnesses claimed she used human hair taken from female prisoners to stuff and adorn the doll. Its eyes, a pair of unnervingly lifelike glass orbs, were said to be modeled after those of a child who died in the camps. And somewhere, amid that horror, the doll was born. When British forces liberated the camp in 1945, a soldier named Captain Edward Havers found the doll among the rubble. Believing it harmless, he took it home for his young daughter. Days later, tragedy struck. The girl was found lifeless, her eyes wide open, the doll beside her on the bed. The cause of death was never determined. The doll was turned over to Scotland Yard as evidence. There, officers catalogued her as item 47B. They noted her human hair, her unsettling expression, and a small tattoo burned into her porcelain shoulder, a 3792. Weeks later, the evidence room was found empty. The doll had vanished. No sign of entry, no broken locks, just a faint smell of burnt hair and a single fingerprint on the inside of the glass case. Over the next 2 decades, Becky appeared again and again at the edges of tragedy. A vicar in Surrey, a collector in Devon, a family in Kent. Each met a sudden violent end. Eyewitnesses described a child-sized figure seen near the scenes, eyes glimmering blue in the dark. Police dismissed the reports as superstition, but the name spread through London's occult circles. Becky the Devil Doll, a vessel of vengeance, a watcher of souls. In the early 1980s, a crate arrived unmarked at the Museum of Witchcraft and Magic in Boscastle, Cornwall. Inside was the doll, unchanged. Curator Edwin Marlowe noted an unshakable sense of unease when handling her. Staff reported flickering lights, whispers, and cold spots. Visitors fainted or fled the exhibit, claiming they'd seen faces reflected in the doll's glass eyes. One researcher wrote in her logbook, "It is as if she remembers, not just what was done, but who did it, and she is still waiting." Today, Becky remains on display in Boscastle, sealed behind glass. Museum staff avoid moving her, and few are willing to touch her. Visitors describe feeling watched. Some claim to hear whispers in German. Others report strange dreams after seeing her. Skeptics call it coincidence. Believers call it a curse. But one fact remains: where Becky goes, misfortune follows. Becky is more than porcelain and paint. She is memory. She is witness. She is vengeance. Born of cruelty, fed by suffering, and destined, perhaps, to outlive us all. Her story is not over. Becky the Devil Doll still waits, and she is watching.